Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to have some Division 20 online ranked gameplay in the Featherweight division using the, well, not so new Ilia added, but Ilia Topuria, and this man right here is exactly what people have been saying in the community. I normally give it a while when fighters get added, especially someone with the hype that Ilia has. I give it a while before I form a judgment on how good they are or if they're broken or anything along those lines. And here you will see my first three fights with Ilia. And yeah, as you can tell by the length of the video, these three fights don't really last too long. And we know Ilia's very, very good. I mean, his hands are absolutely phenomenal. If he ever gets hold of Paddy, it's going to be a real problem. And his jiu-jitsu is very, very good as well. He's listed as a jiu-jitsu fighter, which is very interesting. And when he was first released, I did see a lot of content creators talk about how broken he is and how he potentially could be on the same level as like a Petor and Robert Whittaker. I don't quite think he's on that level. To be honest with you, I do think he's extremely good. He can be very, very well utilized. I think someone with a very aggressive playstyle would definitely benefit of using Ilia. I mean, someone like Naz, who's very boxing heavy, pressure heavy, or even the great fighters, the elite fighters like Romero, like Goat, like Pride, JMMA, these guys that can have the ability to pressure fight you. They're going to be real good in something like Ilia, and you don't just have to pressure fight with him. Is not what I'm trying to say, because he don't get me wrong, he is phenomenal. I just wouldn't put him in the bracket with Jan and Robert Whittaker, because in this division you've got Volkanovski, and Volkanovski is broken. I mean, he is phenomenal in real life and he deserves to be as good as he is on the game, but coming up against him is incredibly challenging. But he does pose a threat. I mean, he can definitely finish him. He's got the hands, and the jiu-jitsu catches a lot of people by surprise, which is something that you will see throughout this showcase. But you can see here that I'm having a bit of a feeling out process right now. The beat is very long and awkward, and of course he's got every takedown in the game possible. Very good when it comes to anything wrestling related or jiu-jitsu related, as you see here. So I'm going to be very cautious. This guy was in Division 19, so I've got to respect him. Could definitely be a dangerous opponent. And yes, you can see here Zabit picks him up and slams him on the head. But listed as a jiu-jitsu fight, he's got phenomenal jiu-jitsu. I'm not worried about this in the slightest. Of course, it's not where I want the fight to be. I want to be on the feet, and I want to be looking to finish the fight where possible. It predominantly standing. However, if the opportunity presents itself to attack off my back, Topuria's got more than enough skills in that department to really cause a threat to the elites of the division. So I definitely think he is the second best fighter in this weight class. It's hard, right? Because featherweight's a division I don't play often, just because of Volkanovski and Max Holloway. So I do think they're probably a tier, maybe a little bit. I think Volkanovski's definitely better than him on the game. Now I think Max is either dead on the same or just a little bit better, maybe. The ground game, obviously, Max isn't going to be as competitive, but I mean, just the sheer stamina he has, and also you've got the McGregor in this weight class as well. So there's a lot of very good options here. Yair Rodriguez is very good, but yeah, he's nowhere near Ilia's level. So I do think he's very good. I just don't agree with the rating him as good as you do a Petor and a Robert Whittaker. I don't think he's game breaking. I do think he gives you more of a chance to level up with a Volkanovski. He poses more of a threat than, say, a Max Holloway, because with Holloway, you know, if you're Volk, you can take him down and really wear him out. And then with a McGregor, you can do the same thing. Volkanovski's got those filthy leg kicks, does a lot of damage, takes away McGregor's power, and Volkanovski's got the cardio, which really counteracts against McGregor's play style, and obviously he fades as the fight goes on. So Topuria is definitely the second best option, or a joint second with Max, in terms of coming up against the Volkanovski and really looking to pose a threat. He's very good. I mean, his boxing is crisp. I did enjoy using him. I did somehow have more of a hype around him based off what I've seen other content creators say. And you can see here get rocked, and that was just a very questionable decision by myself. I took a lot of knees there. You'll see that Zabit was having a real good time landing a lot of knees, and gets to the ground and look, knee. Just really trying to zip away at my stamina, which is very good game planning from Zabit. Exact right things to do, but I'm just going to remain calm. I know that if it gets back onto The feet, when it eventually does, I've got a distinct power advantage. The boxing is just so much better. But overall, I'm very impressed with him. I would easily say he's one of the best fighters on the game. I'm thinking of doing a tier list per weight class. Let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. I think that would be something that's pretty cool. And I'm going to wait to use Arman as well. Obviously, he was added at the same time, and I'm a big fan of him in real life, so expect gameplay of him soon. I'm also going to be working on Alex Hernandez video and some other subscriber requested videos. As you can tell from my last two videos, that I have mentioned that I am away right now, so any content suggestions you do leave won't be seen, obviously, or implemented until I get back from my holiday, which would be around the 19th, I believe, of June, maybe a little bit earlier. But yeah, I'm away in Morocco right now, enjoying myself, but I'm pre-recording these gameplay clips so you guys have something to watch. But yeah, let me know if you guys would be interested in a tier list. I'll think of a way of setting that up, and I'll go for each weight class and tell you my favourite fighters to use and how I rate them. But yeah, because of the hype, I think I was expecting something a little bit more. However, he is phenomenal. Like, if I had to rate him out of 10, it's easily a 9. He felt very, very good. I did notice at times that I don't know, at times there was something that didn't feel too right, but I think that's just myself. Obviously, stand up isn't really my forte, and this is where I was mentioning that players that at the elite level will definitely love using him, especially to pressure box. He's very similar to sort of Petr Yan in that style. That if you can really pressure box, this guy is going to be your go-to at featherweight, because he can get inside, he can hurt you, and right now we're against the king of the featherweight division, the pound for pound ranked #1, and that is Volkanovski. So you can see I'm trying to be patient. He does the exact right thing. Obviously, he takes me down, but if you're not good on the ground and you know you're looking to coast and just whittle away, you definitely cannot look to do that, because the submission threat is definitely there. And off his back, which is the thing I do like, that off his back he's a submission threat. So if someone is just looking to take you down and hold you there, if they get sloppy even for a second, doesn't matter how good they are, and it doesn't matter if they're using someone like Volkanovski, who's of course the best fighter in this division. If they're sloppy for just a little bit and you can look in a submission, there's a real threat there, because Topuria submissions are very, very good, and that's something that I showcase here. As you can see, I'm being very patient here, flipping, and I'm more than content to be on the ground right now. I was really sort of trying to test out how good he is on the ground. Like I said, these were, I think, my first 3 fights using him, so I was still adjusting to using him, trying to figure out what he's good at, little habits, and it's the first round of a 5-round fight, so I'm not overly panicky, I'm not overly worried. There's still a long, long way to go, and even if this fight does remain on the ground for the rest of this period here, not the end of the world, and, you know, still got the rest of the rounds to work with, but he can definitely be used to counter wrestle and pressure box. I think that'll be the main things. He's more of a technical sprawl and brawl. But if the fight does get onto the ground, he's more than content to work his way back to the feet or look to finish it. And if you get on top, you've still got the submission threats there, which is something that I do really, really like. So, like I said, overall, I do think he's a phenomenal addition to the game. He's just an amazing fighter in real life. Can't wait to see what he does, and hopefully see this matchup in the future. Obviously, depending on Volkanovski beating Yair Rodriguez, this will be a very fun matchup to see how he does. And he's still relatively young. I think he's only 26, so he's not even peaked yet. He's very, very young. He will probably fill out his frame and eventually go to lightweight. And as you can see here, Volkanovski was a bit too complacent, gets locked into a triangle, and yeah, the triangle is one that is not the easiest submission to get. As you can see, transition here into the armbar, but the triangle isn't the easiest submissions to get. Anytime it's this animation rather than it's this animation rather than the L2R2 joint animation. It's always a bit more difficult to get, but I don't see the triangle too often, so I thought that was quite cool. The triangle transitioned into the armbar, something different. I don't usually get finishes like that, so yeah, he's definitely a massive threat off his back, and that definitely can showcase it to you, because like again, these are all, I think, division 19 or 20 opponents that I'm up against, and we've come up against a very good mixture. So we came up against Zabit, who is all-round phenomenal and the biggest what if in MMA, and I absolutely love using Zabit. So we came up against Zabit, saw how that finished. Came up against Volkanovski, who is ridiculously good, absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to drop some gameplay with Volk, something I've been meaning to do. And now we're coming up against the stand-up king of this division, the lightning fast Yair Rodriguez, and he's going to pose a real threat to Volkanovski. I think people are going to be surprised. I'm hoping for a very entertaining fight, and those kicks are going to cause real problems to Volkanovski. Whether I'm not saying Volkanovski's going to lose, I'm just saying that I think Yair's in for a very good shot, and he looked very, very impressive. Got obviously the triangle submission in his last fight against Josh Emmett to win the interim belt. So yeah, he looked very impressive, and can't wait to see that fight play out. So right now, this is a true test of how good his stand-up is compared to the fighter in Yair Rodriguez, who has the best stand-up in the division. So Topuria's got hard work against him here, and it's very good to see how it will fare. And you can see I tried to triple up the body shots there, which is something that I never really do, because obviously you're very prone to the uppercut, but we get the stun early, and that power can really bail you out. I think that's what I like about him, and he's very reminiscent of Petr Yan. He is very reminiscent of Yan. I still think Yan's a little bit ahead of him, but the power is there. Every punch I threw, I really felt a massive connection. But I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that supported the channel as of recently. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like. Definitely try him out on ranks, he's very good. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe for more UFC 4 content, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.